All right, everybody, welcome back to Sip and Talk. Ready for another deep dive with us?
Yeah, always.
I am too. But before we get into it,
Yeah.
you wouldn't believe what happened to me yesterday.
No, what?
I was trying to parallel park downtown.
Yeah.
And it was one of those tiny spots.
Oh, yeah.
And there was this, like, dog walker giving me the stink eye the whole time.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
It was rough. What about you? Anything exciting happen to you?
Nothing quite that dramatic, although I did have this hilarious encounter with a squirrel at my bird feeder.
Oh?
Yeah, it was like he thought the whole thing was just for him.
Those squirrels are bold, huh?
They really are.
Okay, well, enough about squirrels and bad parking jobs.
All right. Let's get to the good stuff.
We're talking about something truly out of this world today. Black holes.
The universe's biggest mystery.
No kidding. We've been doing a ton of research on these things.
Oh, yeah.
And let me tell you, it's wild.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
Totally. But before we go too deep, maybe we should start with the basics.
Right, back to Astronomy 101.
Exactly. So for anyone who needs a refresher, what exactly is a black hole?
So imagine a place in space
Okay.
where gravity is so strong
Okay.
that nothing can escape.
Nothing.
Not even light. That's a black hole.
Whoa, okay. Hold on, though. If light can't escape, how do we even know they're there?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
We can't actually see black holes directly,
Oh?
but we can see how they affect things around them.
The things around them.
Yeah, like stars and gas.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like,
Like what?
well, imagine a whirlpool.
Okay.
You can't see the water going down the drain,
Right.
but you know something's happening there
Yeah.
because of how the water's moving around it.
The black holes are like cosmic whirlpools, just sucking everything in.
Pretty much. And in the center of that whirlpool,
Yeah.
there's something called a singularity.
A what?
A singularity. It's
Right.
a point where gravity and density become infinite.
Infinite. That sounds kind of intense.
It's the ultimate cosmic crush. Everything's squeezed into a tiny, infinitely dense point.
My brain hurts just thinking about it.
Right. And around that singularity is the event horizon.
Well,
Think of it like a point of no return.
a point of no return.
If you cross it, you're not coming back.
So that whole Roach Motel analogy, that was pretty accurate then, huh?
Definitely. Once you're in for good.
No refunds.
Yeah.
But here's something that blew my mind when we were researching this.
What's that?
Black holes. They don't actually last forever. Enter. Hawking radiation.
Ah, Stephen Hawking, what a legend.
Yeah. He proposed that black holes actually radiate energy, and they slowly lose mass over time.
Like they're evaporating.
It's like finding out that Godzilla has a weakness for, I don't know, kittens or something.
A very slow-acting weakness, though.
Right. But how does it work? What's this Hawking radiation all about?
Well, to understand that, we have to dip our toes into the world of quantum mechanics.
Oh boy, quantum mechanics.
I know. It's where things get a little weird.
More than a little, I think.
True, but it's also super fascinating.
Okay, so what does quantum mechanics have to do with black holes evaporating?
Okay, so imagine this. Even in the empty vacuum of space, there are these pairs of particles that constantly pop in and out of existence.
They just appear.
Yeah. One particle and its antiparticle.
So they're like the universe's tiny little dance partners.
That's a great analogy.
They pop up, do a little twirl, and then disappear.
Exactly. But now imagine this happening near a black hole's event horizon.
Okay.
Sometimes one of those particles gets sucked into the black hole
Okay.
and the other one escapes.
Escapes.
And when it escapes, it becomes a real particle. And it takes a tiny bit of the black hole's energy with it.
So it's like the black hole is paying a tiny energy toll every time one of these particles escapes.
You got it. And over billions and billions of years, that adds up.
And eventually the black hole just disappears.
Exactly. That's Hawking radiation in a nutshell.
Okay, my brain is officially fried.
I know, right?
Black holes are born from giant stars. They have infinite density at their core, and yet they slowly disappear because of these tiny quantum fluctuations.
It's mind-boggling, isn't it?
Totally. But wait, there's something else we have to talk about.
Oh, what's that?
What happens to all the stuff that falls into a black hole?
Ah, you're talking about the information paradox.
Well, what?
It's a big question in physics.
Okay.
Because if black holes evaporate, what happens to all the information they swallowed? Like stars, planets, maybe even alien civilizations?
Hold on. Are you saying the universe just has this giant delete button? All that stuff just vanishes?
That's the paradox. Because according to another law of physics, information can never be truly destroyed.
So which is it? Do black holes break the rules? Or are we missing something?
That's what we're going to explore. There are some incredible theories out there.
Theories about what?
About where that information goes and what it means for the universe.
This is getting deep. I think I need a refill before we go any further.
Me too. This is definitely some heavy stuff to ponder.
We'll be right back after a quick sip break to dive even deeper into the mystery of black holes and the information paradox.
Stay with us.
I just want to give another shout out to Micky from Mickytolife. His channel is a treasure trove of inspiration, and he's a huge Sip&Talk fan.
Absolutely. Make sure to check him out and maybe even share your awesome podcast intro with him once you've created it. All right, we're back and ready to tackle this information paradox head on.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
It's a real brain twister.
No kidding. So just to recap, we're dealing with the idea that even though black holes are these cosmic vacuum cleaners, they might eventually disappear because of that Hawking radiation.
Right, those sneaky little particles.
But here's what gets me. If a black hole completely evaporates, does that mean all the information it's sucked up, all the stars and planets and who knows what else, is just gone? Like poof.
That's the big question. Because in quantum mechanics, information can't be truly destroyed.
Wait, so which is it? Do black holes break the laws of physics, or are we missing something?
Well, some physicists believe that the information isn't actually destroyed, but it gets encoded into the Hawking radiation.
Encoded, like a secret message.
Kind of. It's like the black hole's last message to the universe.
Wow. That's pretty poetic when you think about it.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And if we could figure out how to decode that message, we might be able to reconstruct everything a black hole ever consumed.
Whoa, that's crazy. Like a cosmic rewind button.
Exactly.
But are there any other theories about where this information goes?
Yeah, there are a few other ideas out there.
Like what?
Some people think that the information gets smeared across the event horizon.
Smeared? I don't get it.
Okay, imagine throwing a book into a fire.
Okay.
The book itself is gone.
Right.
But the information in the book, the stories and words, they might still exist in the smoke and ashes.
Oh, I see. So the information isn't gone. It's just spread out in a way that's hard to understand.
That's the idea.
Okay, so encoded in the radiation or smeared across the event horizon. Any other mind-blowing theories we should know about?
Well, there's also the holographic principle.
Holograms, like those 3D pictures on credit cards.
Not exactly like that, but the idea is similar.
How so?
Imagine a 3D object projected onto a 2D surface, like a hologram.
Okay.
Some scientists think that the information inside a black hole might be encoded on its 2D surface, the event horizon.
Well, wait, so you're saying everything that falls into a black hole, all that 3D stuff, gets flattened and stored on its surface?
It's a pretty wild theory. But it offers a possible solution to the information paradox.
So the information isn't lost. It's just transformed and stored in a different dimension.
Right.
Right. I need a minute to process all of this. Holograms, smeared information, it's a lot to take in.
It is, isn't it?
But here's another thought. If black holes eventually evaporate, and this information is preserved somehow, does that change how we think about the end of the universe?
Absolutely. It has huge implications for cosmology.
Like what?
Well, we often talk about the big freeze scenario.
Right, where everything just kind of fades away.
Exactly. But if information is preserved even after black holes disappear, it suggests that the end might not be a complete end.
Whoa. You're saying there might be something more?
Potentially.
Yeah.
It might be more like a transition to a new phase.
A new phase.
Or maybe even a cosmic reset button.
Whoa, a cosmic reset button. So the universe might not end with a whimper, but with a bang.
It's definitely possible. And that brings us to some really intriguing theories about cyclical universes.
Cyclical universes. You mean like the universe dies and then gets reborn?
Exactly. It's a mind-blowing concept.
That's incredible. So instead of one big ending, there might be an endless cycle of creation and destruction.
Yeah, that's one of the possibilities that scientists are exploring.
I need to sit down for a minute. Cyclical universe is information encoded in Hawking radiation, holographic principles. This is blowing my mind.
I know, right? It's amazing what we're learning about the universe.
Totally. Okay, let's take a moment to catch our breath and process all of this incredible information.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so we've been through the ringer with these black holes.
We have.
And I gotta say, I'm starting to see them in a whole new light.
Really? How so?
Well, at first they were these scary monsters just gobbling everything up.
Right, that's the usual image.
But now I'm thinking maybe they're not so bad after all.
Oh.
Maybe they're like the universe's recyclers.
Recyclers.
Yeah, they take in all this stuff, break it down, and who knows, maybe they help create something new.
That's an interesting way to think about it.
Right. And if that information really is preserved, like those theories suggest, then even when a black hole disappears, it's not really an ending, is it?
It's more like a transformation.
Exactly. The universe is always changing, evolving.
It's a beautiful dance.
And black holes are right there in the middle of it all.
Absolutely. And it makes you wonder, what if the big freeze isn't the only possibility for the universe's end?
You mean there might be something more?
Maybe something more dynamic, driven by these cycles of creation and destruction.
Are you talking about cyclical universes?
That's one of the ideas out there.
Where the universe ends, but then a new one begins.
Exactly. It's like a cosmic rebirth.
Whoa. So instead of one big finale, it's more like a endless series.
It's a pretty wild thought.
It really is. But hold on, if each universe is new, does that mean everything gets reset with every cycle?
That's a great question, and honestly, we don't know for sure.
There's so much we still don't know.
That's what makes it so fascinating.
It really does. Well, I think we've given our listeners plenty to think about today.
Definitely. Black holes, information paradoxes, cyclical universes, it's a lot to digest.
No kidding. But that's what Sip and Talk is all about, right? Exploring the big questions, getting those brains buzzing.
Absolutely. And who knows what incredible discoveries are waiting for us out there.
So to everyone listening, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep that sense of wonder alive.
Cheers to that. And until next time, happy sipping.